What's up guys, I'm doing another Call of Duty World War II video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the brand new update that just came out for World War II. And so this update had a bunch of buffs and nerfs to a bunch of weapons, also has some transition times from aiming down sights, as well as sprint out times and aiming down sights from sprint times as well. So this is a pretty big update, and it changes a bunch of things about the game, and I really think that you guys will like this update. And it's kind of interesting, as I was reading about this update on Reddit, I came across this comment, and this absolutely made my day. This is my favorite comment I think I've seen on this subreddit, and I think this just puts it out perfectly. Yeah, so if you guys didn't already hear the news, I posted a video about this the other day, but Michael Condrey and Glenn Schofield have both left Sledgehammer Games and now are at Activision, and this guy's like, Condrey's been gone a day, and it's getting done. Like, there's actually updates coming out and like all this stuff, because like there's now like sprint out changes and sprint out time changes and stuff like that, and that's something that Condrey was like, no, we're not doing anything about that, that's staying the same. But now that he left, it's like, okay, it's changing. Man, this new guy Aaron is just absolutely just destroying it right now. But let's get into the actual like patch details. So for the SMGs, they buffed the base aim down sights times and buffed aim down sights in from sprint times, and the aim down sights sprint out times match aim down sights from sprint times. For the rifles, they buffed the base aim down sights transition times, but not aim down sights from sprint times, aim down sights sprint times out, in an effort to maintain a difference between the SMG and AR class playstyles. So now the SMGs are able to like snap people quickly, and you know, when you're sprinting, you'll be able to pull up your SMG and like aim down sights and fire quicker. But they also buffed the assault rifles, but they also didn't buff them that much, so that way the SMGs are still better, and you'll still get outgunned close range by an SMG than with an assault rifle, which is good. For the snipers, the Kar 98 and the M1903, they nerfed the aim down sights transition times, so quick scoping is a little bit harder on those two snipers. For the light machine guns, they buffed the base aim down sights times, and they also noted that the base aim down sights times for SMGs are faster than rifles, so assault rifles, and assault rifles are faster than LMGs. In other words, there is now more of a distinction between class playstyles. So it goes SMG, assault rifle, LMG. So LMGs take the longest, and then it's assault rifles, and then it's SMGs. SMGs are the ones you can just like shred people with and pull your gun up super quick. Now for the individual guns that were changed, so for the MP40, they buffed the recoil in an effort to have more of a competitive SMG on par with the PPSH, which is awesome. So now the MP40 is better, so less recoil on that, which is great. The FG42, they nerfed the fire rate, so the damage output is more in line with other weapons in the class. So, you know, the fire rate is lower on that gun, kind of sucks. SVT40, they buffed the recoil in an effort to make it more manageable to shoot down range and give better contrast to the M1 Grand. Amazing. But they did nerf the hipfire spread to match the M1 Grands in an effort to decrease the ability to quickly kill opponents at closer ranges, so less hip firing the SVT. The M1A1, they buffed the fire rate in an effort to make it more competitive choice amongst other assault rifles. It's still slightly lower than the Gewehr 43. The Gewehr 43, they buffed the fire rate, and they also buffed the recoil so that it's closer to that of the M1A1. And they buffed the clip size to 12 rounds per clip instead of 10, which is awesome. So that makes the weapon even better. Next, they changed two shotguns, and these are the last two weapons they changed in this update, and that's the M30 Luftwaffe drilling. So they buffed the damage per pellet to be on par with the recent sawed-off shotgun changes, so that this shotgun now has more automatic two-shot kill and a slightly more forgiving one-shot kill. So, you know, it's buffed the damage a little bit. They also buffed shotgun damage range, so now it's more feasible to finish off an opponent who didn't die from a rifle bullet, which is awesome. And then they buffed the aim down sights spread to allow for greater accuracy when shooting enemies that are outside of the obvious shotgun range. So while you're aim down sights, you'll be able to get, you know, more people from longer ranges as long as you're aim down sights. And then for the toggle action, they buffed the clip size to 8 shots per clip instead of 6, so that way more players will have more success with this weapon. And then they nerfed the aim down sight spread to be on par with other shotguns besides the M30 Luftwaffe drilling. So yeah, a bunch of new changes with all these weapons. It's really exciting and really awesome that, you know, Sledgehammer is now really just like putting out updates and stuff. And it's kind of interesting that, yeah, it is, because Condrey and Schofield are gone, that now we have these updates, and Sledgehammer's been talking a lot more on Reddit and things like that, and this new guy Aaron is just killing it. So yeah, I'm really excited for the future of Call of Duty and for the future of this game. It's gonna be great, and so far it's been pretty awesome. So there you guys go. Tell me what you guys think of this update in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video.